Hey guys, nice to see ya. Oh, it's so loud on my headset. Let me lower it real quick. Oh. Alright. Today we'll be doing the quest in Kitchen. Yeah. The new hangout quest I'm excited for. Yeah. And yes, Frosty, you're first again. Yes. Alright. It's a story quest. We'll unlock it. I'm excited for this set quest. So, Port Almost has expectedly been alive lately. It looks like some preparations for something big on the way. Alright, let's see. We'll teleport right here. I'll just go to there. Yeah, definitely. Definitely working a lot better, my VTuber. Alright, let's see. And I talked to my parents about getting the solid state drive. They'll be doing it for Christmas as my Christmas present. So I will get it, but it will take a while. I had to talk to her and ask, so. Let's see. It says, oh, I went the wrong way. Hold on. It's like, yeah, I went the wrong way. Let's see. Alright. It's across here. Alright, I need the energy. Hold on. Waiting for energy to go back up so I can swim for it. Alright, let's see. Oh wait, why did I do the Nervalet fly thing? That would have worked a lot better, I think. I used Nervalet to hover with this charge attack. Okay, I gotta find an area I could climb. Okay, right will be here. No! I drowned! I drowned. Alright, let's try this instead. Hover. Now get me over most of the water. Okay. So that saved my energy a bit. Okay, drop here and fly. There we go. We got it. We got it. Oh, Denari.
I thought I told him to spray it with water to retain moisture before applying the film. You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
Wait, huh? Is that what he eats? What? Confusion?
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty
Yes, he's the
lively,
Hydra
so we
guy.
decided to stop by. But, what's with all the flowers around here?
Yeah, lots of flowers.
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat. So I came to help out.
Interesting.
The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar capable of retaining heat and moisture. Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
That makes sense. That's why they were trying to take care of the flower from before.
Not this time, no. I'm just here to help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
Ah,
Mr. Trinari,
I think I
Sergeant,
know where that's going.
He confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate them.
That's not good.
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expenses. Apologies, traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Someone poisoned themselves first. Oh, well, to be fair, on the farm, we were growing these things called ground cherries. Apparently, I didn't notice they were part of the nightshade family. I ate a few, and I was feeling nausea that day. I'm like, why am I feeling nausea? I ate a bit of nightshade, apparently. The good news is it only caused slight nausea. And from now on, I could only pick them when they're, like, wilting yellow leaves, because apparently that's when you pick them and the nightshade is not active, apparently. I picked them when they were bright green. Bad idea. And I didn't know that. Well, you live and learn. They're called ground cherries, apparently. Okay.
Tainari's busy no matter where he is, huh?
Hey, to be fair, there's a lot of things in the nightshade family. Did you know potatoes are actually in the nightshade family? When the potatoes grow older, apparently the roots growing out of them are nightshade. Too many people are careless about what they eat.
Yeah, seems like it. Hey, don't look at Paimon like that. Paimon's super careful about what she eats.
I mean, mine was actually a product we use on the farm, and I didn't know. To be fair, it happens.
Well, looks like Tainari might be busy for a while. Let's take a look around the port in the meantime.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, quest time. And believe it or not, those, what do you call it? Those ground cherries taste very sweet, like candy. They're very good.
These flowers! They smell so...
Seasonal allergies, I see, Paimon.
Huh?
Oh. She's here. Normal like drowning in water. Yeah, I did that. Ooh, a tentacruel appeared. I'm gonna see if I can catch that. Okay, catch. Alright. Back to the stream. Something wrong? Oh. Is my face stuck again? Yeah, my face is stuck again. Hold on. I don't know why the VTuber's face gets stuck every now and again. Must be something I'm doing. I gotta restart it while we're doing the stream. Oh, Frosty going in there with a great ball. You're like, gotta catch it. Okay, my face back to normal.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia's? No wonder.
Oh?
It's getting worse. Why?
Oh wait, it's not the flower she's allergic to. It's the perfume. Should we find Tanari? We both got the tentacle. Nice.
A moment ago, she didn't even eat anything weird.
Oh?
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Huh? Free incense?
Incense? Oh, the scent is so nice.
We can talk normally now.
Whoa, that was fast. Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore.
Must have been the incense, thank you.
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either.
Nope.
Seeing as we're both travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion arise.
That's fair.
Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too?
I suppose that's accurate. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emilie, a perfumer from Fontaine.
I like her voice, honestly, and her stylish garb and clothing.
Paimon is Paimon. Thank you so much for your help
Oh.
just now. Oh, and this is...
The Traveler, right? I've
Yeah,
heard a lot about you from the Steambird. It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
I heard a lot about you as well.
What happened back there? Why did Paimon start sneezing all of a sudden?
Have you ever heard of hay fever?
I think so.
To put it simply, when inhaled, certain pollens can
Oh.
trigger abnormal physical reactions.
See,
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird happened then.
Well, we're all different.
Ah.
The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain stimuli vary by person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal,
Oh.
but inhaling various types at once can trigger a more overt reaction.
That makes sense.
But there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of medication.
Oh, well, that's good.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Allergy medication, basically. Got it.
Is everything all right? I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air.
Yeah, Paimon in it was not having a good time.
Emily? What a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler and Paimon are in good hands.
Someone's trying to join during a quest. I'm sorry.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit of help, that's all.
Yeah, she did.
I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable. If you were concerned the pollen might trigger a reaction, that must mean something similar has happened in the past.
Something like that, yeah.
Remember the first time we met?
Oh,
You fainted after
all my
inhaling Spirit Borneal.
modules are going off from stream elements. That was an allergic reaction? Oh yeah, when we first met Denari.
The Spirit Borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by a variety of different factors.
Oh my gosh, the modules
Some
are all
people
going
are
off.
even allergic to almonds. It's not
Oh.
something you can generalize.
Exactly. I even encountered a case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
Oh.
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything delicious.
Are you a doctor, Emily?
In a manner of speaking, although you could say the patients I deal with are rather unusual.
In addition to medicine, Emily is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
And that's where my expertise ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tainari certainly comes out on top.
Oh.
A flower expert? Oh,
Yeah, stream elements does. I decided to make alter it again, so it's a little more often. I have a feeling it's gonna go off a little too often now. Might have to alter it again.
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Well, I did come for the exhibition, but
Oh?
only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Ah.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
A gooseberry? What's that?
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume made from it also bears the same name.
15 minutes, so that's not too bad. I guess, yeah. But it's gonna go off 15 minutes in between stream. Maybe I should have set it for longer.
Auguste, huh? That's not a name you hear often nowadays.
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean sacred or noble. It's sometimes used as a name for people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar with the historical event in Fontaine known as Perfume Mania?
Not really.
Perfume Mania was an event that occurred in Fontaine nearly 20 years ago.
So it's long, long ago before travel. Got it.
It all started when several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing them as must-have luxury products, the very symbol of elegance itself.
Okay.
No one anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market, causing the
Wow.
price of perfumes to skyrocket.
So the perfumes went very crazy in stock. The stock market. I see.
The demand was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity.
Oh.
You could take advantage of the soaring price by hoarding them and reselling at even higher margins.
Oh.
The value of these products became so inflated, regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds of thousands of mora.
Wow.
This resulted in countless disputes and scams.
I see.
But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly exceeded the intrinsic worth of the product, creating an economic bubble that was never going to last.
I see.
Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. Many profiteers and scammers were thrown in jail as a result.
That's good.
In the end, only a few wealthy families were affected when the bubble popped.
That's good. It really could have been a lot worse.
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Well, during the craze, the most popular perfume was none other than Auguste. The demand far exceeded the supply, to the point where it once sold for 10 million mora a bottle.
Wow.
10 million? Then what about now?
Calm down, Paimon.
After the mania ended, most perfumes returned to a normal price. Auguste was the only exception. Its namesake, the flower used to create it, went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste have been made, and the value of the perfume remains exceedingly high.
Flower went extinct?
Indeed. The Auguste flower was not a natural variety, you see. It was specially cultivated for use in perfume making.
Interesting.
When the bubble popped, all the flower beds used for its cultivation were destroyed in a fire. The variety has never been seen since.
But didn't you say you came to the exhibition to look for it?
Yeah, true.
Ah, yes. I came to investigate a certain rumor that the Auguste flower has reappeared in Sumeru.
Ah, that would be
It's
good.
causing quite the stir in the Fontaine perfume market.
Traveler, we should help Emily look for it.
Yeah, that's the endangered flower. There's no way it's that easy to find.
I have to agree. Emily wrote me to ask if I could look into the rumor, but the forest rangers haven't received any reports of new plant species recently.
Even if I can locate the flower, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed, Paimon. I don't have any grand mora making endeavors planned.
Oh.
Divine, noble, one of a kind, all beautiful sentiments to be sure, but to me, they overshadow the very essence of the product. When it comes to perfume, I want people to forget the price and the prestige and focus on the beauty of the fragrance itself.
That makes sense.
Wow, so noble.
Of course, there's also a more practical reason.
Oh.
In recent years, low-grade counterfeit versions of Auguste have been popping up on the Fontaine perfume market.
Oh.
Every so often, someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of Auguste, and the rumor mill will start comparing the counterfeits to my own work.
Oh.
Okay, that's more like the reason Paimon had in mind.
Ever since that rumor started, 3 new perfumes claiming to be made from the Auguste flower have appeared on the market.
Oh.
If I can dispel the fanaticism surrounding Auguste, even just by proving the rumor to be false, Fontaine's perfume market can finally start to get back to normal.
The question is, how do we do that?
Then I'll be free from all the stories and added meaning and just focus on making what I like.
That makes sense.
Either way, even if it's not for Mora, we could still help you out.
Oh, I would of course be grateful for your help, but I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Well, you said it yourself. We're both travelers from abroad, so it's only right that we help each other out.
That is true.
I suppose you're right. Then you have my thanks.
Based on the information I have so far, it's unclear if the rumor is true. Mr. Edgar also thinks it's too early to say, but you could always go talk to him. He was there all those years ago, after all. Maybe he'll know something.
Might know about a goose then.
Huh, I was just about to pay him a visit at the hotel.
Edgar? Who's that?
The person you've been trying to guess this whole time. The flower expert in charge of the exhibition. He's also the most respected and experienced perfumer in the area. When he was still working in Fontaine, a goose was his creation.
My ears aren't showing. There we go.
I should also mention, he was my teacher, the one who taught me the basics of perfumery when I apprenticed in Sumeru.
Oh.
So this guy was a famous perfumer in Fontaine, but then he came to Sumeru to teach people from...
See how far it is? Let's see. It's about right there, so I could just go across the bridge here. Easy peasy.
It's a long story. If you're interested, we can talk more about it when we see him.
Yeah.
He should be staying near the hotel.
Oh, lots of flowers outside.
Flowers!
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
Seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay.
True.
Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that mora back?
Seems like they might have more to burn. That's true. Dory probably helped.
It's been so long, I almost didn't recognize you, Edgar.
Oh.
Well, you and your brother haven't changed a bit.
Oh, yeah, all this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business. We need to talk about Kyria.
Oh.
Is he...
Hold on, we have guests.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Emilie? Is that you?
That's her
It's
master.
been years. Look at you. You're all grown up. I've heard you've become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine. It would seem the student has surpassed the master.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to your mentorship.
Hardly. I taught you the basics. Hearing you call me master, well, I'm not sure I'm deserving of that title. I've taught many students here in Sumeru over the years, but I've yet to see one turn out quite as accomplished as you. You're the only one who can take credit for that success. And who are these two? I don't recall you mentioning them in your letter.
They're travelers, yes.
They're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
You don't own a regular Pokeball, Frosty. You gotta do a Great Ball or Ultra Ball right now.
Well then, the pleasure is all mine.
And these two gentlemen? Are they friends of yours, Master?
Oh. There we go.
Of course.
Oh.
We're perfume merchants from Fontaine.
They seem a little shady.
I'm Ood, and this here is my younger brother, Blaze.
Okay.
Edgar and the two of us are old friends. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
How do you tell when you need to use a ball? Well, you didn't in the last one. Oh. So you gotta buy the regular Pokeballs, and then you can just use Poke-Catch. For certain Pokeballs that you own, you have to add a Poke-Catch Ultra Ball or Poke-Catch Great Ball. And the only time we can use our Pokeballs is if a Pokemon appears. So, like Geodude escaped, sadly. It was not caught. Oh. It happens.
Yes.
But, you could buy it in the Poke Shop in the extension below in the chat. If you scroll down in the chat, there should be an extension past a lot of stuff in my chat. If you're on PC, yeah.
Merchant Brothers?
You must be here to look for the August flower then.
Oh.
Well, what respectable perfume merchant hasn't heard of a goose? Anyone in the business would be interested in the rumors.
Yeah, they seem a little shady.
I'm guessing you're here for the same reason, Emilie. We were just about to get into it, so you three might as well join in. I commissioned a few Eremites to do some scouting for me. They searched all over Sumeru, but there were no sightings of the August flower. That being said, there are people in Port Ormos who claim to have smelled a unique fragrance on the streets. Definitely floral, but still distinct. Some of them were merchants who lived in Fontaine 20 years ago. According to them, the fragrance smelled exactly like the August they remember from back then.
Oh, that's cool. So, it's a matching one to the original.
A one-of-a-kind, divine, and noble scent.
I wonder what's actually being used to make it, or so forth.
Maybe someone around here just happens to have a bottle of August from back then.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so. I doubt that's the case. Even if someone had a bottle that was never opened, the fragrance of the perfume would have changed over time. Very few perfumes can go decades without a change in scent. Auguste is even more prone to that kind of shift. Only a few bottles still exist in Fontaine, and their scent would have completely degraded by now.
Here comes the modules. I gotta calm down stream elements in the future.
Although, could there be a flower out there with a similar fragrance? Or in accord with the same base notes?
Impossible. If a goose were that easy to replicate, it would never have sold for such a
13
high
minutes,
price
yeah.
all those years
There's
ago.
gonna be more going off soon.
The goose flower's back. It has to be.
Technically speaking, the scent wouldn't be impossible to imitate.
Well, let's table that question for now. Edgar, did any of those people mention where the scent was coming from?
No. By the time they realized they had smelled something, the scent was already gone. If I hadn't asked about it, they probably wouldn't have given the experience a second thought.
Well, Ultra Ball has a better chance. It has, I think, like a 90% chance. The Great Ball, I think, is 60, and I think a regular Pokeball is like a 30 or something. There is a chance you cannot catch it even with the Ultra Ball, but you have a better chance. There's still a chance, though, you can't catch it. In the Pokemon series, the only way to 100% something is with a Master Ball. But those are rare, and they're hard to... And I don't think they have them in this game, so... The best chance is the 90% chance.
Compared to things we see and hear, smells can be much easier to overlook.
I don't know about that. Like, when it rains, I could smell rain before it rains. Like you smell the humidity in the air. And then you sense it coming, so... I mean... Honestly, smells are easy to detect. If you pay attention, that's all.
It almost sounds like someone wearing the Auguste fragrance passed them on the street.
Wait, are you saying...
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
We don't have much to go off of right now, but we can't rule out that possibility. I'll send some more people to investigate. You all traveled so far to be here. Why don't you rest in the hotel for a bit? Oud, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
Free lodging in a hotel. Free bed and breakfast. Yay!
My apologies. All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see.
I see.
I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute. But by the time Emilie wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
Oh, I see.
Oh, And we just showed up out of the blue.
That's
Guess
fair.
that means there's definitely no space for us.
I should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay.
Okay.
Even after you made the trip all the way to Sumeru.
It's okay.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight. Or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru.
I'm familiar with Sumeru Wilderness.
Ah, even better. Although, would it be possible for me to leave some of my luggage here?
Oh.
It would be rather cumbersome to take it camping. It shouldn't
That's
take up
fair.
too much space.
Well, about that.
Oh. It seems like Edgar and the others don't want anyone to stay near the hotel, but they're trying to not to arouse suspicions. I'm not just imagining things, am I? Yeah, they're seeming very suspicious.
Of course, no trouble at all. My brother and I will keep an eye on them for you, as long as you don't mind, mademoiselle.
I feel suspicious from them doing that in
All
general.
right, then. Oud, why don't you take Emilie inside and find a suitable place for her luggage? I'll prepare some refreshments and join you in a bit.
They might be taking her stuff to experiment with the stuff in there. I don't know. Alright, enter the hotel. Ooh, we get to go inside. Let's see. Right here. Yay! We'll get to see the inside. Oh. Pretty.
Whoa, the smell of flowers is so strong. Didn't Edgar say he tidied up around here? There's still so many flowers.
True.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers. Looks like this exhibition is gonna be huge.
Do all perfumers have houses filled with flowers?
No, that's a florist thing.
Arvillette needs to be healed after this drowning. Yeah.
We work closely with the essential oils of various plants, but to maintain a sharp sense of smell, most perfumers prefer to keep their homes free of strong odors.
Oh, guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
What's behind this door?
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite, and my brother will be staying on the other side of the suite. Blaze, while you're out, why don't you bring our luggage over as well?
Okay.
Blaze!
Yes, of course.
All right then, where can we find your luggage, mademoiselle? Blaze will go fetch it for you.
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back from Fontaine. Could I trouble you to bring that back as well? It would be the perfect way to repay you for your hospitality.
How generous. I should thank you on my brother's behalf. You've stumbled upon his weakness. He's aloof about most things, but alcohol is his one true love.
Is that so?
Ember wine. No, that's a Fontaine special I never heard of before.
Mr. Oud, Mr. Blaze.
Hey!
Oh.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
That's Master's voice.
Quick, let's see what's going on. Is he being kidnapped? Like, what's going on here? Okay. Get to see. You rush to the hotel and detect a unique fragrance coming from outside.
Edgar!
Master!
Oh?
Hey, Edgar. Are you all right? Can you hear me?
Who
Oh?
did this?
Kyria. August.
Ah?
Kyria.
Huh?
Hey, Edgar? Edgar!
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me.
Oh.
You two can...
We'll investigate the scene.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Wouldn't that be adult napping? Basically.
That strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle?
Yeah, most likely. Only a small amount of liquid is left inside the bottle. The streaks of residue can be seen both in the mouth and the sides of the vessel. It seems like someone's forcibly poured out whatever was inside the bottle. Okay. I have a feeling.
Really? You think so?
It might be that thing that caused problems back then. With the traveler that made him going into that trance.
I checked.
Oh?
It doesn't look like anyone passed through here.
Oh, but that's impossible. It's not like that kid can just grow some wings and fly away.
That kid?
Oh, the culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit could have just disappeared into thin air.
Okay. So, let's see what else. Ah, over there. Flower beds.
Do you think whoever did this was hiding in the flowers before they attacked Edgar?
Possible? There's no footprints in the flower beds. It doesn't look like any branches or leaves have been disturbed. Unless the culprit was your size, it would be pretty different.
True. Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we found was that bottle.
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Master. Can you help me move him inside?
Absolutely. You and Emilie carefully move Edgar inside.
So, how's he doing?
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth.
Oh,
Master was most likely forced to ingest a certain liquid.
that makes sense. That's
He's
probably
still
what happened.
unconscious, and inducing vomiting could obstruct his airways.
Oh,
We'll have to look into other clues for now.
you found this bottle just now.
Ah, yes. The scent is the same, but the chemical composition is still unclear. We'll have to do further tests to determine if it's the same liquid and how
Okay.
toxic it is to the human body. But first, I do believe there are two people who can shed some light on the situation.
It does, it does.
Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucien.
Oh,
Wait, you know...
oh,
Hey. Were you talking to us, mademoiselle? I'm afraid we'd never heard of those names before.
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators of Auguste.
oh,
There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, Edgar, the one thrust into the limelight, and 3 others.
oh,
A researcher from Sumeru responsible for cultivating the Auguste flower, and
Oh.
2 merchant brothers responsible for promoting the product on the market. The 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. Their actions lured in numerous speculators and profiteers, inflating the price of Auguste even further. In the end, they were sent to the Fortress of Meripede for falsifying their accounts and destabilizing the market. If you do the math, they should be out of prison by now.
And what does that have to do with us? There are countless merchant families in Fontaine. You gonna accuse them of being criminals too?
Every time your brother called you Blaze, it took you several seconds to respond. But when I called you Lucien just now, the name registered immediately.
ah.
Ah, Miss Emilie, out of respect for your position as a famous perfumer in Fontaine, I'm inclined to believe that was simply a poor attempt at humor. You have a bright future ahead of you. You wouldn't want to develop a reputation as someone who throws around false accusations, especially among merchant circles.
That's a threat. Oh, he's gonna get it.
You claim to be regular perfume merchants, and yet, when I brought up amber wine, you took it to be alcohol.
Ah,
What?
Just as I thought.
Amber wine is a perfume I created several years ago. It wasn't particularly renowned, but I'm certain any respectable perfume merchant in Fontaine would know of it. Unless, until recently, they were living somewhere completely cut off from the perfume world. Somewhere like the Fortress of Meripede, perhaps?
Emilie, you little.
Don't even think of that.
Don't misunderstand, Mr. Sylvain. I don't bring this up to criticize you. No matter what happened all those years ago, the court has already passed its judgment.
True.
But Master's life is in danger. We need to learn whatever we can about the person who has done this. If Master's attack had something to do with Auguste, I would imagine the two of you might also be in danger. So I'd like to trouble you for some information, if I may.
Okay.
Tell me about Kyria.
Alright.
Fine, as you wish.
Story time.
Sylvain,
Lucien, if this will help us find Kyria, then it will be all worth it. Besides, we've already told most of the stuff to the Maison Orderly anyway. You were right, Miss Emilie. There were 4 of us at the beginning. Myself, Lucien, Edgar, and the researcher from Sumeru in charge of flower cultivation, Vijava.
Okay.
Sometime down the road, the Marechaussee Phantom came knocking, saddled us with a list of accusations, and started looking into our books. Oh, they did their meddling, and my brother Edgar and I were forced to serve time in the fortress as a result.
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up in Sumeru?
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years.
Oh.
He decided to move to Sumeru so that he could put those events behind him.
I see.
Still, Master was depressed for a long time after that. He stopped making new perfumes and focused on introducing students to the craft instead. That's how I met him. My parents had to relocate to Sumeru for work when I was a child, so I had the chance to study under him for a little while.
Aw, that's nice.
But we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijava.
True.
Like us, Vijava was also staring down an investigation from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Oh.
But before the Phantom showed up at her door, she set all the flower beds on fire, along with much of the mora we managed to earn. All the Auguste flowers, everything we worked to create, was reduced to nothing but a pile of ash.
Oh.
But destroying all that evidence, wouldn't that make things worse for her?
It didn't matter at that point, because she died in the fire as well.
Oh.
What?
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own. Why even ask us if you knew all of this already?
Kyria's name still
Her
hasn't
name
come up.
wasn't mentioned in any of the files I reviewed either. But you two seem quite familiar with him.
Kyria was Vijava's younger brother.
Oh.
He was just a clueless kid back then. Somewhere in his teens, I think. He helped his sister with her work sometimes, but that was pretty much it. He didn't have any idea what we were doing. Vijava kept him close most of the time. The 3 of us were probably the only ones who even knew she had a brother.
Oh.
After our operation was compromised, he disappeared. There were no signs of him until recently, when people started saying the Auguste flower had reappeared in Sumeru.
Oh.
So, you think Kyria took something with him back then? Something that allowed him to reproduce the Auguste flower?
That's possible.
Vijava doted on the kid like you wouldn't believe. She even told us to give her cut to her brother if anything happened to her.
Oh.
If she left something behind before she died, believe me, Kyria's the one that has it.
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to replicate the perfume itself.
Oh.
So the liquid Edgar was forced to ingest really was Auguste. Wait, does that mean Auguste is poison?
That's fair.
Poison? No. Of course not. No perfume is meant to be ingested. Even small amounts can be dangerous, let alone ingesting a whole bottle at once.
Ah, that's fair. That is true.
If Auguste could be considered a poison, we wouldn't have even sold half a bottle back then. Edgar fell unconscious because Kyria forced him to drink perfume. It just happened to be Auguste.
Oh. Strange. Sylvain seems nervous all of a sudden. Why did Kyria attack Edgar?
He probably thought we had something to do with his sister's death. But to tell you the truth, I have no idea why she did all that. We're not looking for Kyria because we have it out for him. We just wanted to see how he was doing. And if possible, work together to bring back Auguste. We only went to prison for a bit of fraud and market manipulation. It had nothing to do with the product itself. As long as we keep things honest this time around, bringing the product back to market would almost be like honoring his sister's memory.
I don't know.
So that's why you never mentioned Kyria during your interrogation?
Yes, exactly. We were just looking out for the kid.
Anyway, that's all we know. If you're looking for information on what's in Auguste or what to do if you ingest it, there are only two people to ask. Edgar or Kyria himself.
So we need to find Kyria.
Well, at least we're able to say for certain that the substance Edgar ingested was in fact Auguste. That gives us a direction for further testing. Well then, I'd say that was a very enlightening discussion.
Well, glad to hear it. Lucian, let's head back to the room and rest a bit. With everything that's happened, there are things that need reconsidering.
Yes, of course.
You're still hiding something.
You think so too? That does seem to be the case. Pity we don't have more evidence. But based on Sylvain's tone of voice just now, I suspect further questioning will only result in more made-up answers.
True.
The way you exposed them like that, just based on a hunch? That was genius!
Are you really just a perfume who looks after people in your spare time?
Oh, right! Earlier you said you were only sort of a doctor, and that your patients were unusual.
Oh yes, that's because most of the patients I encounter are already dead.
So you're a forensic doctor?
Kind of.
Close. I'm actually a forensic cleaner. Once the
Oh.
forensic team and the Marechaussee Phantom are done collecting evidence from the scene, I'm in charge of clearing away the final traces my patients leave on the world.
Oh.
In fact, with just a small alteration to the formula, the same tincture used as the base of perfume can also be made into a cleaning agent.
Oh. Interesting.
Basically, there are two sides to forensics. Those who collect evidence to expose the truth, and those who clean up the smells, bloodstains, and other substances left behind at the scene. I've learned a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we may still save the patient. Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you to report back to Tainari and the officers at Port Ormos? We should update them on the situation.
Will do.
I'll stay here and continue to look after Master. Now that we have a sample of Auguste, I'm hoping further analysis won't be too difficult.
Talk to Tanari. Out. There's only a small amount. It's just looking at the ghost battle. Alright. Let's see. Going down.
Whoa, why the rush? Did something happen?
Explain everything.
What? Edgar was attacked? He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a suspicious individual fleeing through the bazaar?
True.
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kyria.
Oh.
I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
What about you, Tainari? Do you have a plan?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the scene, and I doubt Emilie needs my help looking after Mr. Edgar.
But she said she's not a real doctor.
True.
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of human anatomy and pharmacology than most scholars from the Amorta Darshan.
Oh, interesting.
Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to perfume. Emilie is certainly in the best position to help him.
Okay.
As for me, I'll head to the academia and see what I can learn about Vijava and Kyria.
All right.
Oh, that's right. Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from Sumeru. Do you recognize the name?
From Emilie's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. The academia produces a lot of scholars, and there are plenty of graduates who choose to pursue a career outside their darshan.
That's fair.
I didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar.
True.
I have friends in Sumeru City that can help me investigate. With any luck, we'll have news to share by tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll leave you and Emilie to watch over things here in Port Ormos.
That's fair. All right. Wait for... Okay. So, we'll end here. I'll teleport to our favorite fountain. We'll continue this next Thursday, and I believe, Saturday we'll be doing Mabinagi again. They're having a new island, update, as well as I've been trying to do one of the story quests, but, we'll see if I get through it. Alright. So, here's the Discord. Please give a follow on Twitch if you're not following. Please give a subscribe on YouTube if you're not subscribed. And please follow the Discord to see my schedule. Get 60 primos for finishing this. I know, Frosty. I'll continue this next Thursday. Don't worry. We'll still continue this. And then, I'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody!